So we're going to talk about today a wide range of different types of areas, and actually, you know, this business analysis and improvement plan. So again, two huge subjects, and actually those probably should be separate. But I find that if you just do a business analysis, it doesn't go too far. So let's have a quick evaluation of your business. Where are you in different areas right now? Make sure that you've got a notepad, because you're going to need to take some notes and lots of blank paper as well. Because now we really want to make sure that those positive changes that you want to make, we start implementing them right now. Why? Because indeed, I think everybody is kind of agreeing with that it's frustrating to keep procrastinating. It causes guilt as well. And whereas we often know, you know, I've got so much to offer, so much to give, what is stopping? Often it's overwhelm. There are lots of different reasons what is stopping people. It's overwhelm. It can be self-doubt. It can be resistance towards technology and things like that. So what we want to do is remove those barriers, because what do? We all act, especially these days, you know, business world is quite challenging. We can react to things a little bit emotionally. So we don't want to be emotional, and it's very easy to say, not always to do, but we want to be aware of your improvement areas and address them logically, not emotionally. I often share about my sort of issue before with Facebook, and Nessa knows this very well, and I often share it because I was always this, I'm a private person, I don't want to do anything, it's not my place. But it's not about you having to share the details of your life, just being strategic. But I was resisting a platform that is a tool. It's simply a marketing tool, but we look at it in the wrong way, don't we? So what we need to start doing is looking at opportunities differently. Look at your environment, even problems that you currently have. A lot of the time, the solution is right there. And I'm going to be really honest with you. You just need to let go of some of your own frustration. I used to literally, technology, I used to also say, I always fail with technology. Everything goes wrong. And isn't it weird how the more you say these things, the more it seems to happen? If you say, why do I always fail with technology? When you ask these questions, you start to look for evidence on why that's happening, isn't it? We ask a question and we look for that evidence ourselves, but we don't want to do that today. We just want to ask constructive questions. And then today as well, we're going to hear a couple of marketing and sales strategies from Sarah. But again, these two subjects are huge. And what we want to do is make sure that you focus on the relevant areas first that cause maybe the biggest frustration. A lot of the time that is marketing or sales, especially digital, because there's so many things to think about. But that's why we want to actually always decide or design the process based on your customers' needs. So often, again, we think, oh no, well, I don't want this. And I don't know, me and Pam are like the big Grant Cardone fans, and I literally, because he's in your face, but he means well. He's in your face, but he means well. And what he says is, who cares if you don't want to do it? This is not about you. And I thought, well, you know, I don't have time for this. And you start to really question your own thinking. So what is so important is being aware of your own thinking and how your personal preferences actually impact on your business decisions. It's really important we recognize, and you have to become a kind of like a separate entity of your business almost. And whatever, the more you want to make, the more you want to earn, often the more complex it is. It doesn't have to, it's not always the case, but often you have to consider things like what people were talking about. A lot of us want to have digital systems, automations. It sounds really overwhelming. We talk about business automation. There are literally, you know, lots of different platforms to do. But therefore, what I really always recommend to do before you start improvement in your business, ask yourself this question. How should my customer see this process? How should my customers see this onboarding process from the moment they see me to the moment they buy? What are those steps? I find that creating that kind of flow chart of the customer journey is really useful. And actually, that's another subject that we're going to go into a lot more detail in. But when you decide and design your process in that way, then you start to look at the different technologies that match those needs. Because we all know that just starting a random platform and building it up again can sometimes take months. So we want to eliminate that kind of stuff. I know, because I used to do that all the time. And again, Ed knows that too. But, you know, we've tried a lot of these things, and I've realized instead of just rushing in and randomly doing stuff, because randomly doing things often lead to very random results, or quite demotivating if it's kind of just like, let's just do this one post, well, nothing came out of it, why not? We start this bad negative cycle again. So actually what we're going to do today is we're going to separate your business into these different areas so you can recognize a little bit better, you know, maybe what areas you should focus on. And one thing I often find very useful, once you've separated your business into these different departments or themes, operations, whatever you want to call them, almost the same thing, then you break it down and start to focus on them as if it was a real big organization. It doesn't matter how small your business is. We still want to, and can actually, with the tools and technology we have today, you can give the impression as if it was a really big brand and really professional brand. It's so affordable these days. And we're going to keep giving you a few tips along the way. One important thing is that we have to really learn from failures and move on instead of keep analyzing them. I'm one of these people that would like to delve into the root cause of the problem, but we can spend way too long there, can't we? And often as entrepreneurs, we like to analyze things. We like to look at how things work, and we are the innovative kind of people. We come up with new ways. But when things don't go our way, you can really dwell in there, in that bad place, why things haven't gone the way. And that time spent is just time spent badly. We need to focus on actually the solutions and move forward very quickly. And last time I shared, you know, what is going on in our life right now? I shared this lifeline with you, and that, you know, here we are working really hard in this moment today, trying to make everything work and giving value to people and juggling all these things in the business and in your personal life. But then it's really hard to sometimes break out from those habits from the past, which is looking at your last 5 years. Why is it often staying the same? So we have to sometimes make really drastic different decisions and behave in completely new ways. And that vision with PP is that vision with pulling power. And I can't stress enough how important it is that you have your vision board, your goals written down and clearly meaningful to you.